Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It depends on where you are. My name is Rob Law. Welcome to my talk. Before I start my presentation, I should thank EFIT and ENTER21's organizing committee for the invitation for me to do this presentation. For me, I have been a regular participant of ENTER since year 2000. Wow, that was a long time ago. In this year, because of the COVID-19, apparently and obviously, I cannot go there physically. So I would like to do this presentation during the PhD workshop as my keynote speech. Now, what I would like to share with everyone in the next 30 minutes is this robotic application to tourism and hospitality. In particular, I would like to emphasize before, during, and after COVID-19 how robotic application can be used. By the way, this photo is our hotel school. My office is somewhere near here. If you can see my pointer, and the top 24 are for hotel property, and the bottom part here is for our offices and classrooms and other school related facilities. All right. In the next 25 or 30 minutes, these are the flows or items which I'm going to share with the participants. Introduction, related work, methodology, findings, etc. So I probably don't need to talk about this one. What I'm going to share here is I'm going to share with you a study which I have recently completed with the robotic application in hotels. And then after that, I'm going to talk about the crisis management recovery and the transformative e-tourism research. This COVID-19 actually gives us a chance to look at everything from a new perspective. Now, one of the new perspective will be the contactless revolution, that is by mobile payment. And then finally, we have the concluding remarks. Okay, here's the introduction. Robot. We all know what a robot is. You can find robots everywhere in the airport, shopping malls, sometimes even in classrooms, you can find this one. And this is the definition by the International Federation of Robotics. A robot that performs useful tasks for humans or equipment, excluding industrial automation applications. So this is the definition. I'm sure if you look at other people's or other references, they will have similar or identical definitions as well. Then Vincent Tong, he's a professor here, and myself, a few years ago, we already identified the research opportunities for the human-robot interaction, HRI, in tourism and hospitality. And then Dr. Vincent Tong and I, we have emphasized hotel robots has become more important than ever. That is, hotel robots, they're playing a more important role. Then the purpose of using robots in a hotel, well, there are a lot. Here are just some examples. Improve the service quality. Now, on these days, hotel operators and hotel managers, they are all facing all kinds of pressure. That is, they need to do the same with less resources, or do more with less resources. Okay, so for all these challenges, then using robots in a hotel environment can improve the hotel service standard, improve the stay experience for the customers, okay, also improve the operation efficiency. Labor cost is another factor that can be reduced by using the robotic applications. HRI, I'm not the person to say this. Different people have mentioned about this one. Okay, actually, at the ENTER conference, there are quite a few experts. They have the experience and knowledge of conducting works in HRI. Now, what HRI highly emphasizes is for the human-centered experiences, in which people are still the core focus. Okay, and other scholars they have looked at this and explored 5 dimensions that includes embodied emotion, people-oriented, perception, security, and the collaborative experience. Okay. Other scholars, they also have evaluated the hotel robot applications. They look at the applications to hotels and the relationships between robots and the employees and the consumers' attitude. People have done some work in the past. Now, what I and my collaborators, we find out, well, there's still a gap. The gap is the impact of the robot hotel services on consumers' purchase intention. Not much work has been done in this area yet. So myself, Dr. Stanley Sun, Dr. Lina Zhong, we adopted an experimental design approach to investigate the purchase intention of the robot hotel service from the perspective of consumers. So I'm going to share our findings with you. Here is the methodology that we used. This was done as an experimental design. Then we recruited participants online to do the experiment. And then we divide the participants into two groups, and then they both watched different videos. After that, they completed the questionnaire. In total, we recruited 214 people on a voluntary basis. Then half of these people, 107, they watched a video with the traditional service. We call group T. T means traditional. The other half, that is another 107 people, they watch another video that is with the robot hotel service. We call group R. R stands for robot, T stands for traditional. This is the video which was watched by the R group for the robotic hotel service, and the video lasted for approximately a bit more than 1 minute. Enjoy the video.
女士你好，欢迎入住酒店。我是你房间的管家，我叫小白。
Because the experiment was conducted in mainland China.
白，你人好。现在有没有什么优惠啊？当然有啊！现在办理会员，你可享受优惠。小白。对呀。今天天气怎么样啊？最低10摄氏度，最高21摄氏度。主人，小哥毯子。
Very good. Now this is the end of the first video. Let's go to the second one. Now this is the traditional hotel service. This video was watched by another group, the T group. The time was approximately a bit more than 1 minute. Enjoy the video. Again, it is in bilingual because the experiment was done in mainland China. Okay, done. All right, let me correct, done. Now, here are the findings. Again, T stands for traditional, R stands for the robot group, the experimental group. I put this into 2 slides, and there's 3 dimensions: attitude, purchase intention, and purchase behavior. For attitude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 attributes, we find the significant differences between the group R and the group T. In particular, group R attained all values which are significantly higher than group T. Okay, they are in the Likert scale 1 to 7. And then for purchase intention, for these 3 variables, for example, I want to make a reservation at this hotel, right? These 3 variables or attributes, group R also maintain a significantly higher average than group T. Okay. Now, I don't need to read this line by now. For example, I like this hotel surface. This is 4.8. Group R is 5.31. The last one, I'm willing to recommend this to my friends and relatives. Group T is 4.63. Group R is 5.26. Okay, we all find significant differences between these 2 groups for these attributes. The next slide these are those we didn't find any significant difference. Okay, for example, this is an attribute in attitudes dimension. The hotel surface is good. We didn't find any significant difference. For the purchase intention, I would like to make a reservation at this hotel. There's no significant difference. And for the 3 factors in purchase behavior, we didn't find any significant differences between these 2 groups. Okay, and then based on what they have filled in, we put them into 2 groups: high level of technology acceptance and the low level of technology acceptance. Then you'll find the numbers here: 80 to 25 for the T group and 78 and 29 for the R group. Okay, if you look at the T group, the traditional group, if you look at those between the low level and the high level technology acceptance people, then we find significant differences basically for all attributes between these 2 groups of people. Okay, for T group, between the low level and the high level acceptance respondents, there are significant differences for all attributes in the 3 dimensions. All right, if we do the same thing, but this time for group R, we find all except 2 the significant differences. The 2 values which we didn't find any significant differences are: I will likely make a reservation at this hotel, and I will consider making a reservation at this hotel. Now, these 2 are the factors which we didn't find any significant differences. But for the others, we find significant differences. And in general, those in the high level group, they all basically exhibited higher average or average mean values than those in the low level group. Okay, we keep doing the analysis, but this time we look at those with the low level of technology acceptance between T group and R group. Group T means the traditional group. Group R means those who watch the robot hotel application. In here, we find 3 variables. The first one, hotel surface, is good, and the last 2, okay, in the purchase behavior, we didn't find any significant difference. But others, we find significant differences. And in general, group R had the significantly higher values than group T. Okay. Now, we do the same, but this time we look at those with the high level of technology acceptance. In this case, we didn't find any significant difference at all, no significant difference at all for those with the high level of technology acceptance. Okay, very interesting finding. All right, discussion and implication. We find this one out, and then we find out the purchase intention of the participants. They watched the hotel videos. It was higher than those who watched the traditional one. Okay, so if you watch the robotic hotel service, then you have the higher purchase intention. But this gives the practitioners more effective ways to cope with the challenges and the crisis. Okay, they can consider introduce the robot hotel services okay, to enhance the purchase intention. And this study also examined the impact of robot hotel service on the purchase intention. So hotel practitioners, what they should do is they should take advantage of employing robotic service to attract more hotel guests, okay, and to manage the crisis. That's what we did. Well, is this perfect? I would say no. More work can be done. Now here are some suggestions for the future work. We didn't look at the social demographics, okay, of the purchase intention, and well, we argue. I would say this experimental design is okay, but in the future, it would be the best if we put the people into the traditional hotel and the robot hotel, okay, directly for comparison purpose and see what happens. About a year ago, I was in Shenzhen, one of the first-tier cities in mainland China. I went to a robot hotel, and the entire hotel was basically managed by robots. Okay, I didn't see any human staff. But if I need help, I can phone. Okay, there's a phone number which I can phone, and then the human staff will come. But otherwise, the hotel from check-in all the way to check-out was managed by robots. Okay, what? Next one here. The practitioners, they can consider targeting at the customer with the high technology acceptance, such as those in Generation Y and Z, the young people. They will enhance or increase their purchase intention. They can also consider providing some kind of free trial robot service within a certain time period, but to enhance the purchase intention for those customers with the low level of technology acceptance. Okay, now crisis management. We had the robot hotel service before. Now, during the crisis, robot hotel service can help ensure the safer service environment. Okay, that can replace some of the frontline employees on the manual work, those work that requires lots of human labor force. Okay, and that will put this way, both the employees and the consumers can be protected for their health and safety, and they will also increase the customer's satisfaction and they will boost the sales. I would argue the trend for the intelligence and the contactless services, okay, has been emerging. And this COVID-19, well, it actually gives us the new opportunities in tourism and hospitality to look at how this can be fully utilized. Well, here's another example in a restaurant or in restaurants, okay, in mainland China. Now, this is a video which I would like to share with you. Enjoy. This is a very famous hot pot restaurant in mainland China. It's a Qing restaurant. This is way of ordering food. Then after the order, then the food will be delivered to your table by the machine. I have actually tried this. This is another part where the robots are picking wood from the machine and monitor everything for the preparation of the surface. All right, that's the end of this video. Okay, let's get close to the end. Now, I argue, okay, this is transformative e-tourism research beyond COVID-19. This will actually challenge the existing paradigms, and it gives us an excellent opportunity to critically evaluate the foundation of what we have been doing so far. And then Professor Uli Grasso and her colleagues, they have proposed there are 6 pillars. Okay, you can read this one by yourself. The paper was published in JIT, Journal of Information Technology and Tourism, just a few months ago. Okay, for those 6 pillars. Contactless revolution. Okay, we have the Apple Pay, Google Pay. In mainland China, it is Alipay and WeChat Pay. Just about 1 or 2 weeks ago, I learned in Macau, a small city in Asia, right? That is part of is a special administrative region of China. In Macau, they also have developed their own contactless payment. It's called mPay, right? In Hong Kong, we don't have such a specifically designed mobile payment system yet, but still, look at this one here. Google Pay, Mobile Pay, Alipay, WeChat Pay, these are very popular on these days. Contactless revolution. Okay. As long as you have a mobile phone, as the mobile phone is somehow connected with the internet, then you can make your mobile payment. Then in that case, you will be no contact at all. Okay, that's the contactless revolution, and we call mobile payment. Now this is the chart. Okay, I wrote this published in one of the papers which I wrote 2 or 3 years ago. Now if you look at this chart, in the past we talked about in-room telephone, radio, 24-hour services. Now we talk about mobile technology, mobile hotel reservation, hotel check-in kiosk. When I wrote this paper 2 or 3 years ago, I was already expecting we will have the robot hotel already. Now it actually comes here because of this. But of course, COVID-19 is one of the driving forces. And then in the future, we also have all kinds of artificial intelligence supported tools, chatbot, cloud computing, IoT, and then DNA payment. That means we use part of our body as the payment method. All right, these are the references, okay, that I used. These are some of the references that I used, but these are not all. I'm sure if you use Google Scholar or Scopus or other kind of databases, you will find there are quite a lot of recently published articles with an emphasis on robotic application in tourism and hospitality. I guess this is the end of my talk. Thank you very much. I understand most of the audience are PhD students, right? Good luck, best of luck to your doctoral thesis, and I will see you hopefully again the year after this Enter 2021. In 2022, if I have a chance, hopefully at the time if not all of you will be finishing or already finished your PhD thesis. Thank you. All my best. Goodbye, everyone.